Wild fishing for large Crucian carp. 3 secret folk recipes. Crucian carp are one of the most popular fish species for anglers, known for their widespread distribution in abundant numbers. For many, the journey into fishing begins with the Crucian carp, often starting in fish ponds before transitioning to the more challenging world of wild fishing. Wild fishing differs significantly from pond fishing, but it offers a cost-effective and rewarding way to pursue this species. Traditional fishing methods, including using a 12-meter rod, can last for decades, and the tackle is incredibly simple but highly effective. Let's explore 3 secret folk recipes for successfully catching wild Crucian carp. 1. Dough bait. Simple yet effective. Traditional fishing methods rely on simplicity, and dough bait has been a long-standing favorite for wild Crucian carp anglers. Among various types of dough baits, clove oil dough stands out. It's a timeless bait, often introduced to anglers by older generations. The recipe is straightforward. Mix a small amount of flour with white wine and sesame oil. For better results, replace sesame oil with clove oil, which increases the bait's attractiveness to fish. This bait is best used in low-light areas like aquatic plants, where its aroma and texture help attract Crucian carp. It works well in spring, summer, and autumn, and is particularly effective for teasing fish in shallow areas or near vegetation. 2. Earthworm paste, a palatable winner. Another traditional bait with excellent appeal is earthworm paste. The consistency of the paste enhances both the bait's palatability and hook retention, making it highly effective for Crucian carp fishing. To make earthworm paste, knead a small dough ball, wash out the gluten, and mix it with an equal amount of earthworm powder. This creates a paste-like consistency that is easy to hook, and a small amount of earthworm powder goes a long way. If earthworm powder isn't readily available, you can substitute it with homemade shrimp powder for a similar effect. Shrimp, being a natural food source for fish, particularly Crucian carp, can work wonders in attracting fish that forage around aquatic plants. This paste is great for use in early spring through autumn. 3. Dipping powder, a classic method with variations. Dipping bait fishing is a hallmark of traditional methods, and it comes in many forms. The concept involves dipping bait in a mixture of flavorings, powders, or syrups to enhance its attractiveness. The most distinctive type of dipping powder is earthworm dipping powder. This method not only increases the attractiveness of earthworms but also helps them stick better to hooks. Coat the earthworms in the dipping powder before hooking, and you'll find they become more appealing to Crucian carp. Another form of dipping is direct powder dipping, where you prepare a mixture of powder and water. Dip your hook in this mixture several times until the bait is the size of a soybean. This method requires the powder to be slightly sticky for the bait to hold. There are 2 popular recipes for dipping powder. Roasted soybean powder. This powder gives off a rich aroma and is excellent for use in late autumn and early winter. Roasted rice powder and millet powder mix. A combination of roasted rice powder, wine-soaked millet powder, and soybean powder creates a fragrant blend of oils and grains that attract Crucian carp. For direct powder dipping, raw broad bean powder is ideal. This powder is often called the king of vegetarian baits for Crucian carp because of its irresistible appeal. Essential tips for wild Crucian carp fishing. When fishing for wild Crucian carp, remember these key strategies to improve your chances. Fish in areas with vegetation and obstacles, look for locations with aquatic plants or other natural obstacles, as these areas provide hiding spots and abundant food for Crucian carp. Use multiple nests, set up several fishing spots or nests and rotate between them. This helps you cover more ground and increases your chances of catching a fish. Tease the bait, don't just cast and wait. Frequently tease the bait to keep the fish interested and increase the likelihood of a bite. Chum sparingly, use minimal amounts of chum, and be cautious when replenishing nests. Overchumming can make fish wary. About the author. I'm a fishing enthusiast and blogger, dedicated to sharing tips, experiences, and insights about wild fishing. Follow me for more updates to enhance your fishing skills and knowledge.